I'm going to be talking about my least favorite songs on NCS from each year. So, yeah, I had to make some decisions on how absolutely bad these releases are in my opinion because earlier years like 2014 to 2016 were pretty hard to choose because there's a lot of good songs and the worst ones are just pretty bad. But nowadays, it's just hot garbage that is so easy to pick. Alright, so surprisingly, there are no funk releases on this list. But I'm going to go from each year and give my ranking on each of them. For some reason, this just bothers me so much. Yeah, there are still so many songs that are pretty bad in that year. 2013 was a alright year. It was a good year for NCS, but this is not one of the good songs. Those vocals just are obnoxious. The drops just don't even sound that great. Yeah, there's nothing good about this track. And plus, it's like 5 minutes, so yeah, you're not getting anything out of this. 2014.
I'm Dr. Beachjam, a pediatric
Who cares? Nope.
Move forward.
No. This song, you already know what is obnoxious about this one. Part 2 is still absolutely terrible. But there was a song in that same year, in 2018, that's even worse than Part 2 of Symbolism. This is the worst one, mainly because of how popular and how overused the track has been. I used to think it was a good track up until 2022 when it was that god-awful meme that has been used with the amount of releases it's been. It's like the Turi Yip Ip meme. Oh, hell no. What were we thinking? That's just absolutely insanity that we ended up keeping the song alive more than it needed to be. Plus, there was part 3, which was the finale of it, which I think is the least annoying version of them. It's still bad. So, yeah, this is popular, but is it good? Absolutely not. Because of those god-awful vocal chops, the next year, 2015. Alright, let's see. The production itself is not bad, but those vocal chops just are absolutely terrible. They add nothing to the feel of this song other than just to be extremely irritating and annoying. Like, the song could have been good if it was absent with those vocal chops and just use those other, like, different vocal chops that just don't make me want to listen to something else. Like, this it's just not what I want in music at all. This is terrible. And the fact that they even thought that this was a good idea to accept is just concerning. Oh, it gets even worse. What on earth is this? Did a child make this? Nah.
Which foundation is good?
Get out of here.
Subway's new pro.
Shut up, Subway. Alright. We got this. This song, literally, the drop gives me a migraine. It's so just filled with a bunch of metal sounds that don't even work for me. And Anna's vocals are just... never really was a fan of her vocals. This is probably her worst performance I've heard here. This isn't the worst thing I've heard. Trust me, there's even worse when it comes to this record label. But this is still a bad song. Made even worse with those god-awful drops. You already know this was coming here. My ears are still recovering from this terrible vocal chop that keeps on being spammed. And, it would have been way better if it was without those damn vocals. Like, the intro started off pretty neat, but then they just decided to screw it up. And there is a reason why everybody hates this song. It's another awful release of way too many from T-Mass, and the only release that Jack Stone ever got on the record label. Can we please get more Jack Stone on the record label, but please not be this? Because what on earth is this? Did someone's child make this? Alright, 2018. Yes, most of these releases are here because of those god-awful vocal chops that's been spammed all over them. The VIP is just awful. The High Rollers always, for some reason, uses those god-awful vocal chops. Why did he ever do this? This is his only release on the label, and Shipwreck has had way too many duds on the record label. Ark and, maybe, Legends are, well, honestly, I don't think they have a single good song, probably except for Vessel. Vessel's actually kind of neat, but this is easily the worst I've heard. Oh, so NCS, what were you thinking when you labeled this? This is not house. Like, why did you choose a yellow circle? The comments. Oh my god. Alright, 2019.
Wanna know why you should get faded in this dark and smoky?
my god. What is this music video? NCS, what? Why? Why did you release this? Also, Jim Yosef, Jimmy Yosef Future Bass is just not good. It's just lacks any impact compared to what he does with House. Sarah Skinner's vocals just are the worst they've ever been. Plus, that music video. Oh, wow. The music video ruined the song for me. And I can't even get through this without thinking about that music video. This is just awful. Also, yeah, there were so many songs that were awful in 2019, but this is one that I was like, I'm not gonna do. Alright, the dance she's doing is... Yeah, it doesn't even match the track. Like, what are we doing? Alright, 2020. Alright, the fact that an element in the periodic table is literally on NCS is kind of funny, but also, you might want to tone it down with the amount of bass that's on this release here, because what on earth is this? This sounds like a tire screeching, this sounds like you are scratching rubber. Like, are we for real? And also, no disrespect to anybody that likes this, but why do you guys like tire screeching drops here? All I want to do is turn this song off and listen to something else. Alright, 2021.
It's frozen from your poison.
Oh god.
I love you that I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing.
You clearly are overdosing, because what on earth is this hollow production here? This sounds emptier than my soul. This is emptier than the Arby's line. And the vocals are terrible here. They lack any character. They lack any soul and character, and they don't feel like they belong here. Luckily, Huber ended up making a better release in March. It was still... March was... I think it was released in like May or something. Or I don't know which month it was. But this is to solidify my point that March was the worst month of 2021. Because of this reason here. Alright, now 2022.
Hang on a second.
No,
Crispy.
I don't want crisp.
Do I like
You sure do like to share your opinion. Hit the ignition. Up in the window. I'll never say, hey, hey, watch me levitate. You cannot give up. I know there's no way you can say what you.
Just no. There's just way too much going on here. The police.
But we're not this. Any pity, I'm fed up with life. We're not this. Watch me levitate.
Oh, that section right there just is horrid. It would have been better without it. Also, I just don't like how the production sounds. Neoni has done better vocals than whatever this was supposed to be. Wow, 2022 was an awful year for them. I mean, in 2020, they released, I think with Arcando, and that song was great. But then Royalty was there, and that song's overrated, and they did make Throne with Rival. The Lost Identity remixes saved that track, to be honest. So yeah, Neoni's catalog on NCS has been pretty rough. Oh, Alive... Oh, what the hell was happening with them? After 2021, they just fell off. Alright, next, 2023.
You're nothing but an ex-boy. Though it hadn't, fucked only your heart was poison from the start. An ex-boy.
The fact that I heard After Fab was on the label, I was excited because I loved his Trap Nation remixes that he did. But then I just found out that it was pop. And then Kupex I had no expectations for here. But what on earth was the goal here? They tried to make a heartbreak track. This clearly doesn't fit NCS's vibe here. And also, this is probably the worst vocal performance from Helen that I've heard. She cannot sell the energy here very well. This also sounds like a god-awful middle school breakup track. Like, that's to indicate that you shouldn't have a relationship that early in life because it's going to be a failure. And there's barely any relationships that even go past high school. So yeah, that's my take. And also, there is 2024.
The Chevy.
NYX Cosmetics.
It's like God's trying to save me. What is this? This is so terrible. Also, Dawn Orchid or something? I don't even know what the hell the name was. It was a contender for being how horrible that was because that song had terrible vocals and an awful drop. This one is even worse because there's a bunch of BS here.
Let me show you what I got. This beat is so hard.
I'll just let it play out.
Hey, yo, who made it?
I don't know whose toddler made this. You could say that it was a toddler, and I would be still better than anxiety. Give to me, son. Oh my god, daughter. Oh my god, it's fire. Put it out. February 2024. We were 2 months in and we already got some garbage there. Alright, next and final year. My ears are still recovering from this song. It's just awful. The drops are not needed to be that screechy. The vocals are just... bleh. They exist. But these drops... just... what was the goal here? Oh yeah, Cartoon was better off with Jeja than on their own, because, God, this whole Cartoon and Friends album was horrid. There was only probably 1 or 2 good songs on that whole entire album. The rest of the album is horrid. Filled with the most incomplete tracks here. And the fact that NCS even had the nerve to accept this and reject a bunch of Canro tracks is depressing and disrespectful in so many ways. Hopefully I don't have to go into 2026 and fearing that more unfinished projects are going to be placed. If we get Riot 10 on NCS, I'm gonna go insane.